This boy was only 16, but he stood 6'7" and weighed over 300 pounds. One of his feet was bigger than a girl's head, but his mind was like that of a 6-year-old. On the sidelines, everyone else was hyped watching the game, only he, curled up in a corner, head down. After the game, he stayed behind, picking up leftover popcorn. That was his dinner. His name was Mike. His dad had died long ago, and his mom couldn't raise over a dozen kids. Mike was passed around from one foster home to another, but because he ate so much, every single time, he was kicked out. One day, he got thrown out again. Everything he owned was in a plastic bag. A woman passed by. She was a classmate's mom. She asked Mike, "Got a place to stay?" Mike had no money, but he had his pride. The woman saw that quiet stubbornness in his eyes. Her heart sank, and she decided to let him stay for the night. The next morning, she came downstairs, and Francie, Mike had neatly folded the bedding. Before getting ready to leave, she rushed out after him. It was Thanksgiving, and she hoped he'd stay for one more day. Back at the table, Mike only took a little lettuce, a piece of bread, and ate all by himself. Before eating, the woman led the family in saying grace. Mike Francie, because this was the first time someone had ever reached for his hand. After dinner, she went with him to grab his things. Just as they were about to get out of the car, Mike suddenly locked the door. She followed his gaze. A group of thugs were smirking, throwing nasty words at Mike. Mike ignored them. When they got back, the woman said, "This place is dangerous." Mike just said quietly, "I'll protect you." That night at a restaurant, Mike turned his head, and Francie, he rushed inside and hugged a waiter tight. That's when the woman learned it was Mike's long-lost older brother. Years ago, he'd been living on the streets, dropping out early to work. The woman went silent. If no one helped Mike, this was what his future would be. When they got home, she cleared out a spare room right away. Mike smiled like never before, because he had never slept in a bed of his own.